Creating art was not easy in the German Democratic Republic, but now, 30 years after the fall of the Berlin Wall, the University Language Department celebrates the struggles of artists under an oppressive regime. An evening of GDR art hosted community members to enjoy music, writing, and video presentations of life beyond the Berlin Wall, contributed by students and faculty. This was the final event of 4 put on by the German professors as part of UD Global Month. Professor Victoria Finney was one of the many who proudly organized the event.
Okay, so basically all the posters that you see here were all created by my students. Students who read poems were also from my class, and the student Matt Gargano, who introduced the concept of Die Wende, is also in my class. Very important to realize that it's a very emotional event and that it still is very significant in the lives of many people.
One person affected by the fall of the wall, Dr. Richard Zeipser, a retired professor, worked as a writer in East Germany. Zeipser's recently translated book, Remembering East Germany, is a memoir of his experience living with writers in a time of print suppression.
In socialist societies, the publication and dissemination of printed matter is governed by the principle of centralized democracy and is the responsibility of everyone involved.
After Zeipser spoke, attendees gathered for a reception and voted on their favorite student presentation. Student Kelly Reed won the contest for her work examining the duality of artist reactions to this climate of censorship.
So on the one hand, you have the artists that refused to give in to the regime. So they were still very, they focused on expressionism and bright colors and all the things that the regime hated. And that was their defiant form of art. And then on the other side, you had the artists that depicted what they saw in the daily life. And that was a lot of rigid and cold people who were gray and oppressed. Building walls, whether it's for good or bad, always divides people in a permanent way, and I think we're still remembering it 30 years later, and we're only just now doing it justice.
Learning from the past by celebrating the work of artists like Dr. Zeipser brought history to life for everyone in the room. For 49 News, I'm Kevin Travers.